Howdy folks, it's Meandering Mike in the Man Cave of Madness. It is before midnight and we are doing an unboxing of this game that was just released from Compass Games from designer Adam Starkweather. This is part of the OSS, the Operational Scale System. It is episode 2 in the Doomsday project. This one is called Battle for the Balkans. This is set in an alternate history, 1985, World War III. So, let's open this guy up. As usual, I have added a few extra little slits in the shrink to make it easy to do that. Alright, let's look at the back here. And I'm going to zoom out a bit. And then look at these details and zoom in. All right, medium to high complexity. Each turn represents 1 day with 12 kilometers per hex, representing divisions and brigades. So I believe it's Warsaw Pact divisions and NATO brigades. Solitaire suitability high. All right, now look at all those maps. 4 22 by 34 maps, a half-size map, 111 by 17, and a quarter-size map, 8.5 by 11. 5 counter sheets, 9 16 sides, so it's bigger than old school half-inch, but still not really large. Us with older eyes appreciate bigger counters these days, but take what we can get. Rulebook, scenario book, charts, tables, 10-sided dice, and 6-sided dice. All right. So, obviously it's set in the Balkans. You can see up here from this map. There's Slovenia, Trieste. So we got Italy over this way here. That would be the border, if you can see that. The yellowish area there. And I'm sure it goes all the way down. Of Greece and all that good stuff there. And if I believe, yes, the Yugoslavia is still in existence in this time period for this game system. All right, let's open it up, get inside. All right, come on, shake. There we go. It's a pretty nice sturdy box. All right, we got some errata here. Gonna tilt this down a bit. We're in clarification. Scenario 1, reinforcements. All right, so it's correcting a hex placement for the Italian reinforcement. Scenario 2, which step it starts in. Scenario 4 and 5, a correction for the Turkish General Staff. And I don't know if that's commander or commando. Scenario 4, the support value for the Bulgarian Hilo is 4. So that's some minor tweaks there. Again, it's always nice if all these errata are caught ahead of time, but that's not bad as far as errata goes. All right, putting that aside. All right, so obviously these are paper maps since there was so many. All right, so here, that is the good old Istanbul. We've got the Dardanelles, the Bosporus, Istanbul. All right, so Turkey and Greece and Romania up this way. All right, we've got, all right, this is that little tiny one. That's a little chunk of Montenegro. You're probably, fitting these maps together. And it's just sort of like part of the coast that you need. All right, interesting. All right, now some of the biggies. I'm not necessarily going to open them all, but I might. All right. So here's Hungary. Czechoslovakia, Austria, through here. All right. Doesn't say, but this would be Yugoslavia, right? I'm not sure if Yugoslavia 85 would be it. It should stay there. Well, I think this timeline in this game like diverges in 1982. Things happen differently, and then the war starts in 1985. All right, there's Greece, Bulgaria, Greece coming all the way over to here. So let's see here. So there's that part of the Dardanelles. That other map would be right here. For Turkey, going through there. So they have pink areas here. So here's Albania. So yeah, so within here, this would be Yugoslavia. They've got separate Macedonia, Kosovo, Montenegro, parts of Yugoslavia. There, all right. All right. Italy. Come on, it's sticking. All right. So there's Slovenia. Okay, and again, this would be the Yugoslavian border. Here's Slovenia, and I'm not sure which was this. No, that can't remember which part this would be of at that time. But there's Trieste. So this is the part that we saw in the back of the box here. All right. And we should have one more map. This paper is a little bit glossy. It's not super glossy. The glare could be, I mean, like here's some glare right now, but I've got it at a weird angle with the folds and stuff. But in general, I think this is a nice quality paper. Yeah, so here we go. Yugoslavia, Bosnia, okay, Croatia. There we go, up and over. All right, there's over here. Romania. All right. All right, so that's a lot of nice territory there. I'm curious how many different scenarios and campaign there are there. So lots of baggies. The 10-sideds and 6-sideds. All right, rules of play and scenarios. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here so we can see these better. And what do we have here? We've got, all right, some cards, aid cards, equipment and support values, Warsaw Pact air display, NATO air display, general game display. All right, a very nice restricted terrain table. All right, this is the way I like them, folks. Nice terrain key, the name of it, the movement effects, the combat effects, any special notes, all in one place. Thank you, Compass Games. This is how to do it. Yeah, all righty. Now, all right. Counter sheets are in Ziploc, or not zip, shrink, shrink. I can sort of press and feel there's a little bit of looseness there. They're holding together well because there's so many counter sheets together, but I could see if they were separate and loose, that just picking them up, they might pop out. They are your typical corner nibs that look like they're going to be very light nibs because of the more extensive die cutting. That's why they're so loose, potentially. I'll still clean them. That's just me. Do as you do. Do you, as they say. So we've got HQs. We've got various air assets. We got mechanized infantry. Now they've got these so that there's some are right side up and some are upside down, right? You got, your tanks have the T-55s. Those are Bulgarian, so I'm assuming the Russians are going to have a fair number of T-72s. I'm assuming, but we don't have the Soviet counter sheet here. Artillery support, BTR support, BMP, BMDs. All right. These are your Italians. So I'm not going to go ahead and open these now, but they're relatively clean and simple counters. So let's look at those rule books, shall we? So glossy. Rule book 41, 42, 44 pages. Yeah, counting the front cover. So a little bit less. 43 pages of rule. Expanded sequence of play on the back. Politics rules, additional support rules, replacements, Spetsnaz, air game markers, status markers, tactical missions, infrastructure strikes, HQ movement and refresh, after combat loss segment, helicopter support. All right, so there's various little charts and tables in here, examples of units, a little explanation. Here's more on the sequence of play, control of hexes. All right, as we saw in the back of the books, it's back of the box, 12 kilometers per hex. Each turn is 1 day. So I want to see how many scenarios and such we have. All right, so this is a little thinner booklet, 28 pages. I'm assuming that's including the front cover. Yeah, right. All right, so scenario 1, Austria stands alone. Scenario 2, hatred. Scenario 3, Paese. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Italian or some other language there. Scenario 4, to the land of 4 seasons. Scenario 5, the battle for the Balkans. Scenario 6, the battle for Europe. So this may be how to link up with episode 1 of Doomsday Project, which is called The Battle for Germany, not to be mistaken by the SPI title, the same name for World War II, or another, the GDW system that was then reprinted. But yeah, in this series, Doomsday Project, Battle for Germany. So looks like, well, let me take a quick look on page 16, that Battle of the Balkans. I'm assuming it's probably A. It is 14 turns. 14 days. You will need, yes, the Italy, Austria, Yugoslavia, Greece, and Turkey maps. The whole shebang there. See that? Oh, yeah. you want to play out all that, there you go. So there's 4 separate little scenarios, 1 big scenario for this whole game. And then if we roll on over, we should see Battle 6 Battle for Europe. There it is. Look at that. And there's the other one. So you put this game, which is much smaller, you tack it all here. And yeah, if you have the table space for that weird configuration, go for it. And you're going to have yourself a nice theater to fight over. All right, examples of play. All right, illustrated. All right, so I would have liked to have been a little more of that, I think. This is mostly scenarios and a little bit of examples of play, but of course, until you actually sit down and read it, from what I was seeing here, the text, it's not too dense. The font is a decent size. There's a fair amount of white space here. It's a good case system, which if you're familiar with war games and the case system, this will not be a problem for you. If you are new to this level of wargaming, it could be a problem, but maybe from the examples of playing here, that might get you started with that first scenario and work your way up. So that's it, folks. This was Battle for the Balkans, Adam Starkweather, the latest from Compass Games, episode 2 in the Doomsday project. There's a third one coming out eventually. I guess I don't know if it's on the schedule. It's there on Board Game Geek, but that doesn't mean anything. So if you are into alternate history, if you're into World War III of the past, if you like that era, 1985, NATO versus the Warsaw Pact, this might be one that you'd like to get. The maps are quite nice. I like them. I feel that hex size is generous for the size of the counters. They're the 9/16. I don't think that's a worry at all. Those look easy to read. So even though they're 9/16, just barely above a half-inch counter, but the space that you've got makes it so the map won't be too overly crowded. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So that, folks, is my unboxing. And so to all you good folks out there, take care and ciao.